Good morning, guys. It is Friday. Again, not that that really means a whole lot to me, but it's almost the weekend, at least for y'all and for my husband, so that is exciting. Decided to put on a cute little workout set this morning. I'll have to show you guys in the mirror or something, but not that it matters also if I'm cute when I work out. I mean, I do film my workouts and put them on Instagram, but I have quite a to-do list today. I kind of need to get at that, so I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, like in what order, because y'all know how I'm kind of trying to get stuff done early in the morning so I can get out of the way and then not have to deal with it later. All right, I got my little stool and I need to do like the drawers and the like upper cabinets today, like just to organize them, wipe them out. I don't know, some of these cabinets kind of have a lot of stuff in them, so it might take a while, and I think they're fairly organized, but I do need to like wipe down the shelves and peel back the like shelf liners and stuff. Like, I don't know what's all under like this. I need to organize this napkin situation though. Okay, so this took literally like a minute and a half, but I actually did kind of reorganize it a little bit. Like these colorful plates, which I love them. I had them all the way up here and they were just like kind of hard to access because they were so high up, but I really like them. So I kind of like added them and stacked them down here, and now that stack's kind of high, but I feel like now at least I can access them. Maybe I should put, because this is like clearly the bowls section, so I'm wondering if I should like switch maybe these bowls to up here so that this can just be bowls. I know that's a mug, but I use it for like cereal because it's huge. So this can kind of be bowls. This can just be plates. I mean, those are bowls, but they kind of match. I like the aesthetic of that. And then I just have paper plates. These two little bowls like don't fit anywhere, and then I like serve stuff in here, and now I have space up there, which is cool. These shelves actually were not very dirty at all. Like, I barely had to wipe them. There's really no way for me to show this process. I have like no way to really set up my camera, I feel like. So I guess I'll just show you guys like after I figure it out. So since this is like right above the stove, the top of this gets like kind of gross, and actually the handles up here were kind of gross. I guess I like missed those when I was cleaning the cabinets, so I'm glad I went up here because I wiped these down because they were kind of gross, and then I just like kind of reorganized. You can see the like I don't know, the tubing from the stove hood is in there, so it's a little bit annoying because it kind of makes it hard to store stuff in here. But I kind of like just reorganized some things in here. Everything fits way better. And it was actually really dirty in there. Like, I think this is from when they were building. Like, it just seems like it's like little wood chips. I really wish I had gotten it before of this cabinet because like the spices were just, oh, this is like kind of open. The spices were just kind of everywhere. And like same for the like vitamins and the, like everything was just a little bit disorganized. It is so organized now, and I feel like I know where everything is and I can reach everything, and I'm just so glad that I like figured out how to redo this because I feel like it's gonna be way more functional now, and it's just cleaner too. Like obviously under the spices there was like a lot of like spices and stuff. I started eating it already, I forgot to show, but I just used some of that leftover like potato coleslaw hash from our Home Chef meal and just put it with a couple egg whites, 2 egg whites, and it's so good. It's like, I mean, I feel like it is kind of breakfasty, but it's kind of hearty and like filling, and it has really good flavor. Oh shit, I was literally just gonna say I'm done with the cabinets, and I remember there's 2 more over here, so just kidding, not done. So I did this cabinet and I went to do this one, and I like climbed up and I was like, oh, I'll just wipe down the top of the fridge while I'm up there. Ew, it was so dusty, so I literally stopped and like went and got the Swiffer because it like needs to be actually dusted, but it's actually on my list today to clean, I think it's today, above the cabinets. So I actually realized, well, while I have the Swiffer out and I'm up on the little step ladder, I'll just dust all the cabinets and just kind of like do a 2-for-1 kind of thing. This is probably the grossest thing from all my cleaning in the last couple weeks. That's the top of the kitchen cabinets. Oh my gosh, I've never dusted that, so I'm gonna need to definitely do that more often, and I need to throw this duster away. I also ended up like finding random stuff that like was not where it's supposed to be. Like this is a little, we got this I think for our wedding, and it's for candles. And like I have a cabinet with candles on it, like in one of our closets down here in the bathroom I have all of our candles. So why is a candle holder up there with like the food processor and the cast iron skillet? That makes no sense. And then I think I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna like maybe sell it or something, because I mean this is a super nice quality and brand like decanter kind of thing, but like we're never gonna use this. Like we don't really drink anything fancy, and we don't have a bar cart, and I don't think we ever will, but I just like don't want to store it, you know, for no reason. All right, cabinets are done. Tops of cabinet is done. Now it's just drawers, which is really just there's really not that many in this room. I guess I technically need to do the drawers in my bathroom, but I mean I use those like constantly. There's only 3. No, there's more than 3. There's a couple, but I use those a lot, so they're like kind of functional, but I could definitely straighten them up. So I'm gonna do the drawers, and then I'll be done with like at least most of the annoying little cleaning things for the day, and then I can go work out. So this drawer is like a little bit of a hot mess, honestly, and a big part of it is because I like to like save. I have too many at this point though. I like to save all of these just for like when we go on like picnics, or you know, if we have people over or something, rather than having to buy plastic silverware. Why would you buy it when you get so much of it for free? But I need to like store it somewhere else, because now like this drawer is just a hot mess. I need to find somewhere else for that. I need to take everything out of this drawer. I also probably need to clean this little silverware tray too.
Use that in the middle of stretching, it sprints over.
Yeah, she picks up the pace.
Oh god, I missed it!
Why didn't you call me?
No, you had a ear infection.
Yeah, see, like this thing has all kinds of crumbs in it. This is like crumbs in it. I need to probably have him wash the tray that's in here too, and then I want to like reorganize this because it's not really working. Like that stuff's just over here. As you can see, this is like a little bit of a mess. So I'm gonna take it all out, have him wash this, and then like start over. Like, why do I have so many kitchen utensils? Like, I didn't even know I had this in there, or this. Like, what is this? Hey! My junk drawer needs some attention. I mean, this is what a junk drawer is supposed to be, right? But, I mean, this is a little much. So we've been thinking how we probably need a new filter for the refrigerator soon, and we were like trying to figure out what one we need. Turns out we already freaking have one. I think it like came with the fridge maybe. So see, this is why it's so good to clean stuff out. I mean, I'm making a mess, but now like we don't even have to buy that. That's so handy. I need to like put it somewhere where I can like see it and remember that we have it. So I also just found this, which like I kind of knew I had this, I got it a while ago, but it's actually so freaking cool. It's like a menu planner, but it's actually pretty dope. So I mean, it doesn't only have like, it obviously has like breakfast, lunch, dinner for the week, and then like your shopping list. I actually really like how the shopping list is laid out, because I feel like something, granted I keep mine in my phone, but I think this would actually be kind of nice, because then you can shop, you know, in like categories, which I think I was just saying the other day, but I'm really bad about making my shopping list like organized. I always just like throw stuff on it and then end up like going back to the same aisles like 16 times because I'm not efficient. So this would actually be really handy to use for a shopping list. And then in the back of here, which I never really flipped like all the way into the back, I've been actually wanting to do something like this, like just keep a list of some staples and like some easy dinner ideas, so I can just keep a list of like stuff I always have on hand, you know, like pasta and sauce and like canned products, and then some easy dinners that I can just whip together, and just kind of have a list that I can always go back to if I'm in a pinch. I can just like look at this list and just pick something out that I want to quickly make. And then you can also make like top 5 favorite meals. Again, this is something I've been wanting to do, is just somehow have a list of just go-to meals that we really love. So when I'm thinking about meal planning, I'm not just like scanning through my phone for recipes or just flipping through a cookbook. Even though I like doing those things, it'd be nice to just have like a reference list of just like things that I can just look at and quickly pick out from. And then here, this is also actually something that's like on my to-do list for one of these days coming up, and it's to take inventory of the fridge and the freezer and the pantry. And these have like the perfect little pages for. They're actually like so cute too, like with the colors and the dots. And you can put the month so that you can keep track of, you know, when you did that inventory. So that's also brilliant because I wasn't sure, like when I do the inventory, I wasn't sure where I was gonna put it. Like, was I just gonna make a note on my phone? And like, obviously my phone doesn't have all these columns and stuff. And look, it even has a quantity and like a use by column. So I think that's brilliant. And then in the back here, it just has like a menu to-do list, and you could just like put down an order, and then you can like check off or fill in this bubble when you do it. So this is just like the coolest freaking thing ever, and I'm gonna leave this out because I really wanna use this. All right, this drawer is looking so much better. I basically just put all, excuse the garbage, I've been throwing a lot of stuff away. I just put all the different like little tins that we have in the sink here. So Ken could just like give them a quick rinse, and then I'm gonna put everything back in them. I wanna like sit down for a second and finish my coffee because it's 10:30 and I have not even drank my coffee. I've had like half of it. So I wanna sit down and finish my coffee, and then I'm gonna start my workout. And then by then I should be able to finish all this stuff up. This drawer, I probably need to get like some kind of like, I have this little thing, but I think I need like more organization in this drawer because like everything is just floating around in here, and like when you close the drawer, you know, everything shifts and like moves around. I need to figure out like a better way. All right, so I need to put on my list to like order some kind of organizational system for these drawers, but I got that drawer all situated, this drawer all situated. Those two are actually empty. And then I really just have these drawers over here, but like this one's literally just hair tools. But like I feel like there isn't much to be done in here because it's literally just tools, and like that's a, so I don't think I can really organize this much other than maybe like wrap the cords around better, but. And then this is just like my everyday makeup drawer. So this is like a little acrylic organizer. It's like a little bit overflowing, but I don't really need to organize this stuff per se because it like kind of, this needs to go over here. But it kind of is organized in like its own way. I could probably take this out and like wash this, but I use this stuff, I mean, not every day anymore, but I was accessing this stuff constantly before. So I do kind of like switch this stuff out periodically. It does have some kind of organization to it. This is like blush, bronzer, and highlight. This is eyebrow stuff, concealers. This whole like long middle section is foundation and powder. And then this is lips, and this is mascara. So it is all like organized and it works, but this was on this side and this stuff was on that side, and for whatever reason that didn't work. But now that I took everything out, I took a few things out, like some of my ColourPop stuff and a few palettes, but I slid it over, and actually this little bin of sponges was like shoved way in the back and I could literally never access it. But now that I shifted everything over, I think this will help me use these things, because a lot of times I would just reach for whatever was in this bin and I would never like reach for the things that were over here that I wanted to use that obviously don't fit in the organizer thing. And what's handy is these little Milk, the bronzer and the highlighter, they actually close standing up, so I can leave those there, and I feel like that will really help me use them. And then I can actually just slide my little like sponge bin right here, and now I can actually reach the sponges, like they're not shoved all the way back in the back of the drawer, and I can try to use them more often. And like for some reason, even though all I took out was a couple ColourPop shadows and like one eyeshadow palette, I suddenly now just have all this more room. So I'm really not sure how suddenly everything fits better, but I have a ton more room in this drawer now, so I'm actually really excited because I feel like this will be just like a lot more functional too. All right, I moved like 2 more things, and now I think like it makes total sense. So wow, I'm excited about that. Okay, so I just finished my workout. It was kind of interesting. I posted it on Instagram and I put this in my story. I don't do like a ton of weightlifting in terms of like just kind of like static exercise, like just lifting things up and putting them down. In my workouts, I do more like a lot of like HIIT and cardio and more like dynamic workouts that involve strength, which was a little bit difficult to do without dumbbells. Babe, there's a spider! Ah, it's crawling up! Ah! Oh no!
It's just one of those little baby ones.
Yeah, it was, but okay, find out if I killed it. It was in over here. Ah! Get it!
Wash the floor with its blood. Let that be a lesson. Just create like a gladiator stadium, and the strongest one we will set loose into the water.
Okay, fair enough. You could do that.
It's super fun.
But today's workout was just kind of like just a weightlifting workout, and like I was saying, I really wish I had dumbbells because it would have probably been a lot easier to do and maybe more effective. But I have other things that I use, like the litter containers and those resistance bands with the handles on them, so I still was able to do all the moves, just a little bit slightly modified, or like maybe not as intense as it would be with, like, you know, a 10 or 15 pound dumbbell. It was a totally different workout, and sometimes I feel like if I'm not doing cardio and like really getting my heart rate up and really sweating, I don't feel like I had a good workout. But I actually really liked this, and I kind of didn't really expect to enjoy it very much. And I kind of feel like I need to remind myself that like not every workout is just about cardio and just about burning calories and getting your heart rate up. It's also about strength and getting stronger. And I feel like cardio helps you lose weight, you know, and burns a lot of calories, but lifting weights and like strengthening your muscles, that's what makes the weight loss look good. You know, when you start like having muscles that are really like defined and developed and toned, and I feel like they kind of go together. But weightlifting is an important part of, you know, making your body look, you know, whatever certain type of way that you want it to look like. So I definitely want to make sure that I do incorporate like weight stuff with my workouts. So that was a good workout. Now we need to have lunch, and then as you can see, the kitchen's just a complete mess because there's stuff everywhere. But Ken finished cleaning the little containers, so after lunch I'm gonna finish putting all the drawers back together. And I feel like I did a ton of stuff and I haven't even touched, like I haven't updated my to-do list at all, so I need to update that. Still like pretty cold out. I don't even know if it's hitting the 70s today. I would really like to open the windows, but I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to. Actually, one other thing I wanted to mention, I think I have popping hip syndrome. I just like looked it up and it seems like that's what it's called. But whenever I'm doing moves, mostly like when I'm laying on my back and doing like leg raises and leg lifts and things like that for abs and stuff, my hips, like kind of right by your groin kind of area, they pop like audibly, or you can hear it, and it doesn't really hurt, but I can feel it. And I know it's probably not supposed to be happening, like it's definitely not a good thing, and it's only my right hip. So I actually looked it up, and that's what it's called. It's called popping hip syndrome, I believe. And there's like an external versus an internal, and it got like very scientific, and I didn't understand what it said, so I sent it to Ken. But he found a website with a couple of different stretches to try to loosen up and kind of like just get that area a little bit, I don't know, like kind of like lubed up so that it's not so like difficult to move. Like I said, it doesn't hurt, but I know that's not supposed to happen. So I'm actually gonna start working on doing more stretching just in general, but especially for like that area, because I really don't, obviously like over time, want that to become an issue where like the tendons or ligaments or whatever start wearing away and then I have pain or can't exercise or whatever. So I need to start doing my foam rolling, and I need to start stretching and paying attention to that area specifically. It's like my right hip is a problem and my left behind my knee has a problem. Like I have like little problems that aren't from anything. I've never had like any kind of accident or injury to cause them to have these problems, but they just hurt in certain positions and certain movements. So I think part of it's probably because I work out a lot. Today was like day 12 in a row or something, and I don't really stretch as much as I should. I do a little bit, but I probably should do like some dedicated stretching. And yes, we had leftover nuggets and fries, and I melted a piece of cheese on them, and I won't apologize for it. All right, I need to, I haven't even looked at this list the entire day, other than like what I had to do. So I need to update this. So I'm gonna mail that card. I already put a stamp on it. Clean cabinet shelves and organize. Check. Organize drawers. I mean, I still have to put the stuff back in the drawers. That will only take like 2 seconds. So I'm just gonna cross that off. I can actually cross this one off too. Silverware drawer is done. I just love that this thing is so clean now, and I kind of like a little bit rearranged where I was like storing certain things. There's like a big like open space back here, and so I just put like our big serving like spoons and then chopsticks, and then this is just a little plastic spoon that we use for the cat's food. We have like 2 of them that we just like rotate between. I feel like I'm kind of not using this space like as like effectively as I could, so I might see if like because it's such a mess over here. Like all this stuff just does not fit in here. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna end up doing is probably taking some of the stuff that I usually keep in here and keep it in that drawer. I'm just not sure what I'm gonna move. Okay, that was, I mean, it took a little while, but I don't know, I feel like I fit everything. Like I really thought I was gonna have a hard time making everything work, and I kind of did. But I don't know, I feel like looking at it, it even seems like there's less stuff in here. But there's definitely not less stuff. I took out like 2 things. But for some reason, like this whole area is now nice and empty. There's only like those 2 things back there. And all this, I mean, it doesn't look super organized, but it is. Like this is like tongs and whisks. And then this is like spoon/ladles and rubber spatulas. And then this is like plastic spatulas and wooden spoons. And then this is kind of like your little miscellaneous handheld stuff. Everything kind of seems to have a home. I mean, it doesn't look amazing, but I mean, I know where everything is. I love how this drawer just has like nothing in it now. Like it was so gross before. So I just need to put this back in here. And then just like the little, you know, scissors and pens and stuff need to go back in there. And then I will be done. Just like that, junk drawer is no longer junky. This cat climbs up on the chair, which is where this blanket was, pulls it down onto the floor, just so he can like lay on it. As if there's not a million other comfy places to lay in this house, Sinky boy. You took my blanket from me. You want me to wrap you up so you like a burrito? Now you're nice and warm. Oh, Sinky, you're so cute. Alright, I'm just checking in. I have my headband around my neck because it was kind of starting to bother my head. So don't mind that. But I'm sitting here editing. I've been sitting here actually for a while. A couple exciting updates. I got paid by my job again, which they furloughed all of us last week. But technically we still had worked. And by worked, I mean like we were still all on like whatever hourly income they agreed to give us for a week before they furloughed us. So we had 1 week of pay, I guess hadn't been paid out yet, you know, because you know how like pay periods are behind. So we got like half of the amount that we got the first time they paid us. So that was kind of nice. It was like a little bit of a surprise. And then Ken's dad also got to go home from the hospital today, which is very exciting. His surgery, I don't know if I updated on the surgery. I think I did, but his surgery went super, super well. The only thing that was a bummer was like nobody could go visit him. Like even his wife, you know, Ken's mom just dropped him off and couldn't go see him afterwards, couldn't see him in recovery, literally dropped him off. He got the surgery, recovered for like 48 hours, and then she picked him up. Like obviously because of coronavirus and stuff, you can't really have people coming in and out of the hospital a whole lot, especially when you've just had surgery and you know you're kind of in a vulnerable position health wise. And we FaceTimed and stuff, but I feel bad that he was just like at the hospital by himself going through all that stuff, like surgery and recovery, just alone. Like he's fine and he seemed in good spirits, but I just feel like that would suck, just being alone and just like what, staring at the TV and the wall all day long. So that stinks. But he got to go home. So yeah, he really wasn't there that long. His surgery was Wednesday. He stayed there Thursday and today's Friday. That is a very good sign. We're all so happy, and I'm sure that he's happy to be able to be home as well. I also don't know if I mentioned, I don't think I did, but I placed another DSW order last night because they were still having their 40% off, and somehow every time I place an order on DSW I get another $5 off reward. So I had like 3. I found another pair of shoes that I really liked. It was 40% off, plus I had the coupon, so it ended up being like 20 bucks for this pair of sneakers. So I'm gonna have a few DSW orders coming in, then the Old Navy order, the American Eagle order. I have kind of a few different orders coming in, and then I have a few different brands that I'm gonna be doing a video, we're just like working with. So yeah, I'll show you guys everything as it comes in. And since I haven't been wearing makeup a lot lately, I've been taking better care of my skin and doing skincare a lot more regimentedly lately, just to try to take care of my skin while it has this break to breathe. So I will show you the skincare, which I actually think might be coming in today. So I'll show you that stuff, and then I mean probably all these hauls and things will not be coming in for like weeks because everything's so delayed. I wanted to really quick recommend this song because I'm obsessed with it and I've literally listened to it on repeat like a million times. So go listen to this. So another thing I was just working on was kind of like designing our front yard. I literally am on my iPad and I have an Apple Pen, but you don't necessarily need this. You can just use your finger. This is just easier. But I take all the photos from my phone and send them to my iPad, and then I go to the, sorry, Ken's vacuuming. I go to the markup tool in like just in the Photos app, and I just start like drawing on it with all the different like colors, and there's all different size markers. It's kind of like on Instagram where you can like do like the highlighter versus the marker and all the colors, and I just kind of like draw on the pictures like where I would want to add like a plant or hanging baskets or flowers or trees or like whatever, and I just kind of like draw on the picture, and it's kind of a good way to like get a feel for like what you want to add. Obviously it literally looks like doodles, like it looks like I was scribbling, so it doesn't look exactly how it would look, but it's a good way to like fill in the areas and kind of like put your vision together of what you want to add. So that was one of the things I wanted to do, was just like kind of play with what the yard will look like. It feels good knowing that I've like put my thoughts together and did my research, and I know like what my vision is. I was also, in addition to kind of playing around with ideas for the yard, like the front yard, like the garden, I was also kind of just playing around with ideas for a deck, because we want to get a deck put on. So, and I literally have no idea, like we have a little bit of a slope in our yard also, so I was like looking at different ideas for like ones on slopes. I really like how here they have like a planter kind of like built on. I thought that would look really cool, because you could put like some bigger flowers and kind of like make a little border. And then you could probably add some storage under like the like sloped area. So anyway, I planned out the yard and kind of messed around with some ideas for the deck. So I'm feeling like I'm kind of like getting my thoughts together, which is a good thing. Wow, I'm almost done. I'm making another home chef meal tonight. Here's a little baggie. This is like kind of heavy and like super full. There's chicken in here, pasta, a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna take this all out. I actually started putting the water on because I knew there's pasta to this, obviously. And I have this like massive cutting board, which I like never use, because I used to like keep these in size order in there, and since it was always like the tallest one, it was always in the bag, I just like never really reached for it. But I freaking love having a massive cutting board, because you just have all the space in the world. A lot of the ones I use are like a half of this size. The only thing I don't like about this one is that it has this hole here. I guess it's to like hang it. But when you're like chopping stuff and things fall through, it's kind of annoying. So I think at some point I need like a better big cutting board. I just think it's so cute, like just like the two little garlic cloves. Oh, yeah. And then chicken, spinach, pasta. Oh, that's really good. Does it look good? Yeah. And I'm gonna add some mushrooms, I think, too. Some mushrooms. Pas de soleil, pas de soleil. Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil, So the verdict is that was very delicious. And it was really, really good portion size too. So I was pleasantly surprised with that whole meal. So I honestly think Home Chef I would really like recommend. Like, we have loved everything that we've had. It was good portion sizes. It was easy to cook. I do love that it gives you like so many different like meals to try. Like things like I don't know if I would have ever necessarily made that kind of meal. So I think I would consider doing it again because like, and also just tasted like it was really fresh, like really good quality ingredients. Like I feel like you could taste like the spinach and the chicken and they just like tasted like they were good quality and fresh. I don't know. So we really liked it. I think we would probably do it again. I think Home Chef like, and there just has really good recipes and good ingredients. And I don't know, just really like universally appealing meals and recipe ideas. Look at this cute boy. You've been sitting here like the whole entire day, Sankey. What have you been doing? Just sleeping? Wow, you're so freaking cute. Why are you so cute? I don't understand, Sankey. You look kind of goofy. Why is your hair all messed up? Fix your hair, Sankey boy. Why are you like sitting so weird with your legs all over the place? You look funny. Yeah, I'll have a wine glass. We're getting some beer and some wine going for our...
Like a legit wine glass or like one of those stubby ones?
Whichever. You don't think a stubby one's a legit wine glass? It's just...
Since you weren't specific.
It's just stemless. Oh, that's like a goblet. Have we ever even used these? Why is the tag on it still? This is intense.
Well,
this actually goes in the set with that decanter, I think. But yeah, that's fine. This is the wine I'm gonna have. This is from Aldi. I like this brand, but I prefer the Moscato. This is just a Pinot Grigio, but it'll do. Oh, you're gonna pour it for me? Look. Okay, well. We just watched 2 episodes of Ozark, which actually just were conveniently the last 2 episodes of season 1. How wild was it, honey?
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. It was so crazy. Those 2 episodes were wild. We were saying it's kind of like Game of Thrones, where like the second to last episode was like cliffhanger, everything bananas.
No, in the last.
It was in the last. Okay, so no, still some really huge things happened in the last episode, but it seemed like the second to last episode was just like more kind of like cliffhangery and crazy than the last episode. So anyway, now we like can't, good thing we're watching this after there's 3 seasons. Imagine if we had just started it and we didn't know when the next season was coming out. That would be extremely stressful.
What was really nice about doing Game of Thrones and being caught up with like episode to episode was that you got to like look stuff up.
Yeah, but we don't want to look stuff up.
No, but like after every episode, you could like research
yeah.
and people were talking about details you may have missed or something like that.
You mean like not knowing what happens next?
Well, it's more that there was no spoiler to be found.
Oh yeah.
Like this, like you
gotta be
browse
careful.
Reddit.
Yeah.
You browse Reddit. The other day I was browsing and someone had posted a clip from season 3 of Ozark, and I was like, oh no, I don't even want to see what characters come, you know?
So that's gonna be it for today. My battery is literally about to die any second. I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow for the weekend.